So, here we are. This is the Cannondale SuperSix EVO SE2 gravel bike for the 2024 season. And in this episode, I will give you the buyer's guide for this bike, and I will also tell you, should you just go ahead and buy it, or should you just shortlist this gravel bike? So hello friends, and welcome to another episode of Cycling Insider. Before we start, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe because it's gonna help in growing the channel, and of course, if you are already a subscriber, I say thank you. So here we have a Cannondale SuperSix EVO SE2 gravel bike with a retail price of amazing $3,050 US. So this is a huge discount of $1,000 US from the original price, and that's why I think that this SuperSix EVO bike SE2 is a very interesting offering from Cannondale. It comes in only one paint scheme. This is this olive green paint scheme. It's a very nice paint scheme, a decent one, but again, I wish that Cannondale would offer at least some of the paint scheme choices, but as it is, currently now you are stuck with this olive green paint scheme. Let's also answer the question, who is this bike for? So this is a kind of, I would call it a racing gravel bike. So if you spend majority of your time on the road, but from time to time you like to go a bit, off-roading, gravel riding, and maybe from time to time you are even interested in, joining some of the local races, then definitely this gravel bike is gonna be more than suitable for that application. As I see now, although this bike is heavily discounted, retail price $3,050 US, you still have certain sizes available, so 46, 51, 54, and 56 sizes available. Probably, it's one of those situations where if you are fast enough, you can get your sizing right, because I'm guessing this bike is going to be sold very quickly. Okay, now we can dive into the specifications and really see what do you get for your hard-earned $3,050 US. So let's kick off with the frame and the fork on this bike. So the frame is the Cannondale's SuperSix EVO carbon fiber frame and the matching carbon fiber fork. Also in this instance you will get the 12mm through axles front and the back, and also you will get the press fit PF30 bottom bracket in this kind of carbon fiber frame. With Cannondale you get their lifetime warranty on the carbon fiber frames, and definitely when it comes to the expertise of carbon fiber frames with Cannondale, usually they are very good, so I wouldn't make any special complaints here for this carbon fiber SuperSix EVO frame and the matching fork. Also I have to mention here that when you look at the cable routing on this bike, you see that it is an internally cable routing, but kind of partially internally routed, which is very good, easy to service, and your local mechanics will love you. So basically the cables from the shifters or the hydraulic disc brakes are going into the down tube, which is a very neat solution, so nothing is going into the into the head tube of the bike, which can usually create some nightmares if you need to service or fix anything. So this is an excellent kind of addition from the Cannondale in this instance. Also, when you look at some of the smaller pieces like the handlebar and the stem, nothing is proprietary here, which is excellent. So we have an aluminum handlebar, aluminum stem, perfectly fine, no complaints here. It's going to be easy to adjust your position on the bike, and maybe in the future if you really want to upgrade your handlebar and maybe buy some of the carbon fiber handlebars, totally fine. It's going to be easy to replace, nothing proprietary here. Now let's move on to the saddle and the seat post. So this seat post is the Cannondale's carbon fiber seat post, which is absolutely excellent. It's gonna soak up many of the road bumps, and this is exactly what you need with these gravel bikes. And the saddle in this instance, I believe this is a Selle Italia saddle, that is here, or let me just double check in the specifications. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the Pro Logo Dimension saddle. So as saddles are usually a personal preference, if you like this Pro Logo saddle, perfectly fine. If not, it's gonna be very easy to replace, so kind of nothing special to report here. Okay, let's talk about the group set on this bike. So this is Shimano's GRX group set, 11-speed mechanical group set. Listen, there is no problem with the 11-speed mechanical group set in today's world of 12-speed mechanical group sets, or even the newest versions of 13-speed electronic group sets. So this 11-speed mechanical group set is a true tried and tested Shimano GRX group set, so absolutely fine. So here you have the shifters, Shimano GRX 810, you have the front mech, which is the Shimano GRX 810, and then at the back you would have the Shimano's GRX 810 also, or let me just double check, because maybe it's a combination of Shimano's GRX 810 and okay, the shifters are the Shimano's GRX 600 series, and then the front mech and the rear mech are the Shimano's GRX 800 series. So mechanical 11-speed group set, absolutely perfectly fine, no special complaints here from me. I will just mention that at the rear you will have the Shimano's 105 cassette, so this is the 1134 cassette, and in the front you will get the double chainrings, which is Cannondale's own aluminum chainrings. 4630 chainrings in the front and 1134 cassette at the back. It will definitely give you a lot of gear ratios and no problems in climbing any steep mountains. A matching chain is the Shimano's 11-speed chain, Shimano 105 11-speed chain. A little tip in the future: when you destroy this chain, you can use any Shimano 11-speed compatible chain here from the road offering, or even from the mountain bike Shimano world, so that's perfectly fine. So all in all, Shimano's GRX 11-speed mechanical group set in this instance perfectly fine, a proper workhorse, and again you can easily service this group set or even find the replacement parts if you need them. Now let's talk about the hydraulic disc brakes. So in this instance, Shimano's GRX 400 hydraulic disc brakes, both front and the back, paired with the Shimano's 160mm braking rotors, both front and the back. And it seems to me that these are pretty basic Shimano's RT64 series, for example, braking rotors. So maybe a little tip for the future: once when you destroy these braking rotors, you can easily upgrade to, for example, Shimano Ultegra or even, Shimano SLX braking rotors. You will gain a bit more in the heat dissipation and stopping power with these kind of newer, better braking rotors than these basic ones as they are on the bike. The good thing is that both braking rotors are 160mm both front and the back, so that's very nice. I don't like to see when manufacturers are including the tiny 140mm braking rotors at the back. So now let's talk about the wheel set on this bike. So this is a combination of DT Swiss G540 aluminum rims, which are paired with, I believe these are Formula hubs. So let me just double check in the Cannondale's specification. So the wheel set, DT Swiss G540 rims, aluminum rims, tubeless ready, and hubs are from Formula, correct. CL hubs from Formula at the back, and Formula RXC hubs at the front with 12mm through axles, and these should be with the sealed cartridge bearings. So pretty decent wheel set out of the box, tubeless ready, using the Vittoria Terreno dry tires. These tires are 40mm wide, excellent stuff, and also keep in mind that this frame and the fork can accept 45mm wide tires if you are changing in the future, which definitely in my opinion is worth it, because the bigger the tire, you have the more air volume, you can run it in a lower pressure and even get even smoother bike ride. With this wheel set, so Formula hubs plus DT Swiss rims, and classical stainless steel spokes, I would expect this wheel set to be somewhere around 2 kilograms. So if you are thinking in the future of upgrading this wheel set, I can tell you definitely to have a look at DT Swiss fully built wheels. So for example, something from the DT Swiss GR series, gravel series, with DT Swiss 350 or even 240 hubs, you can definitely find excellent choice of DT Swiss wheels for this kind of bike in the future. As it is now, as I say, perfectly fine out of the box, no special complaints, and with the tires in the future you can upgrade to 45mm tires, tubeless ready tires, no problem. So all in all, it's a very interesting offering from Cannondale, this SuperSix EVO SE2, specifically because now they have it on a discount for $3,050, which is a very, very attractive price. So if you are in the market for a gravel bike, which is a bit more, race-oriented gravel bike, then definitely you should put this bike on a short list, because this SuperSix EVO SE2 with the retail price of $3,050, it is an excellent offering from Cannondale. Cheers!